Hello everyone, now we have to discuss the condition for reciprocity and symmetry in hybrid parameters. What are the equations for this H parameters? Input voltage H11 I1 plus H12 V2, like that. Output current, right? H21 I1 plus H22 V2, that's it. First we have to get condition for reciprocity. Okay, then case 1. So we have to follow the same procedure for what we have discussed, Z and impedance parameter. First case 1, that is short circuit output port. That is V2 is equals to 0. That's it. Later case 2 is what? Short circuit input port. Then we can calculate the ratio of response to excitation from case 1, case 2. For this, what is the circuit model? This is short circuited, right? Current I1, this is current I2, but we can take minus I2. Here V2 is equals to 0. This is what? V1. So from equations, when V2 is equals to 0, we are having required is what? From this required ratio of response to excitation is what? Response is what? I2 by V1. We can calculate I2 by V1. That's it. That's it. When V2 is equals to 0, from equation V1 is equals to H11 I1, like that. I2 is equals to what? That is minus I2. Okay, minus I2, because see the current direction, minus I2 is equals to H21 I1. Okay, but we get I2 by V1, we don't have. So from this, let us say this is 1, this is 2. From 1 and 2, I2 by V1 is what? I2 is what? Minus H21 into I1 by V1 is what? H11 I1. I1 gets cancelled, therefore we are having I2 by V1, which is equals to minus H21 by H11. This is the ratio of response to excitation from case 1 completed. Next, case 2. Case 2. What is case 2? Short circuit input port, that is V1, which is equals to 0. This is short circuited, therefore this is what? I2, this is I1, but this is minus I1. Here V1 is equals to 0 across this V2. Therefore when V1 equals to 0, what we are having? Supply voltage V1, which is equals to 0. We are having H11 I1 is what? Minus I1 plus H12 V2, right? Required is what? I1 by V2. Here we are having I1 and V2, therefore from this 0, which is equals to minus H11 I1 plus H12 V2. We don't require second equation. From this I1 by V2, which is equals to what? H12 by H11, right? H12 by H11. This is from case 2. The ratio of response to excitation from case 2 is what? Therefore, from 1 and 2, the ratio of excitation I2 by V1 when V2 is equals to 0, which is equals to I1 by V2 when V1 is equals to 0, right? What we have? When I2 by V1, right? In this case, we are having minus H21 by H11 minus H21 by, which is equals to, in this case we have what? H12 by H11. This one gets cancelled. Therefore, we are having minus H21, which is equals to H12. That's it. This is the condition for reciprocity condition in case of hybrid parameters. Next, we have to discuss symmetry conditions. Symmetry. Very simple technique here I am providing you to get symmetry condition in H parameters. We can use symmetry condition for Z parameter. That's it. That is Z11 is equals to Z22, right? Z11 is equals to Z22. We know that equations input supply voltage is equals to H11 I1 plus H12 V2, output current which is equals to H21 I1 plus H22 V2. That's it. So based on this Z11, first we can use Z11, which is nothing but what? V1 by I1, right? This is for example 1. Okay, Z11 is nothing but what? V1 by I1. So from this V1 is what? H11 I1 plus H12 I2, is equals to H11 I1 plus H12 V2 by I1. Therefore, Z11 is nothing but what? H11 plus H12 by V2 by I1. Okay, let us say this is equation 1. So from this we can get value of V2 by I1. So for that we can open circuit. Let us use this formula here. H21 I1 H22 V2. Okay, when I2 is equal to 0, we are having what? H21 I1 which is equals to minus H22 V2. From this we can get V2 by I1 is what? V2 by I1 is nothing but what? Minus H21 by H22. Then we can substitute in this, right? V2 by I1 equals to what? Minus H21 by H22. Therefore, from 1, Z11 is nothing but H11 minus, this is what? H12 H21 by H22, right? So from this Z11 is nothing but H11 into H22 by H21 by H22. Can we write this is delta H by H22. This is, let us say this is 1, where delta H is nothing but H11 into H22 by minus H12 H21. So this is 1. Now Z11 completed. Now we have to get Z22, right? Z22 is nothing but what? V2 by I2. So from this I2 equation is what? We are going to get V2 by I2 when I1 is equals to 0. That is V1 is what? H11 I1, H12 V2, I2 is what? H21 I1 plus H22 V2 when I1 is 0. So this part is 0, this part is 0. Therefore from this we are having what? We are having V2 by I2. Therefore I2 is equals to H22 V2. Then substitute this I2 into this equation, right? Therefore Z22 is what? V2 by, in place of I2 you have to substitute H22 V2 gets cancelled. Therefore Z22 is what? 1 by H22. See, this is second one. The condition for symmetry in H parameter is not, Z parameter is nothing but what? Z11, Z22. Therefore you know that Z11 is equal to Z22. For symmetry. Like that, what is the value of Z11 here? Which is nothing but delta H by H22, which is equals to Z22 is nothing but what? 1 by H22, right? See, delta H by H22, 1 by H22. From this H22 gets cancelled. Therefore the condition of symmetry in case of, that is H11 H22 minus H12 H21 is equals to 1. This is the condition of symmetry in case of condition for symmetry in H parameters. Here summary. What is the summary? Reciprocity is what? H12 is nothing but minus H21. Symmetry. Symmetry is what? This is, right? This is the condition for reciprocity and symmetry in case of H parameters.